Man, I just blew a bag on this week's comics, but if you want to see what's inside this bag, stick around. See what I did there? Let's roll the intro. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 75 of my brand new Comics Haul series. This is the show where every week when I grab my new books at the LCS, I show you guys every issue I got and I tell you a little bit about every single one. As you saw in that little preview, this is the biggest haul I've had in quite a while. For me, it's pretty big at least. I got 10 different issues in total here, 4 from Image and 6 from Marvel. There's a lot of really big releases this week, so it's a great week to be into comics. But a lot of people's wallets are going to be hurting this week, including mine this time around. So I'll get to Image afterwards, but Marvel we're going to start with because there's some big releases from them this week. Now we got this week's big 10-issue stack out of the way. We got to get the bag out of the way as well, as usual. Alright, now that all of that is over with, let's just jump right into it. You guys already know what the biggest release of the week is for anyone. This is basically a year in the making at this point. This was announced to come out back in June of 2021. Now it's finally coming out in August of 2022. So this is Predator issue number 1. Look out for a review of this from me, which should probably already be out by the time you're watching this video. Otherwise, it's coming out in a couple hours. This same day, I'm going to try to film it. I'm really looking forward to reading this. So I've only ever seen, actually, the first Predator movie. Was a big fan of it. So we'll see what this creative team has in store. I've heard it has to do with this girl whose parents might have been killed by predators or something along those lines. So she's hunting down the alien species to try to get revenge. That might be it. I'm not 100% sure. But look out for my non-spoiler review. I'll be getting a little bit more in depth with this issue. Really looking forward to this Predator and kind of alien symmetry that's going to be going on from Marvel because we've got a new Alien ongoing launching soon also. That's Predator number 1. Alright then guys, now on to the regular Marvel Universe issues because obviously Predator isn't part of the main MCU. We've got the second issue of Marvel's biggest event right now. This is Judgment Day issue number 2. So man, before I get into this, I gotta talk about this. I have mentioned this many times, as a lot of you guys who are regular channels who are regular viewers of the channel already know, but Judgment Day and a lot of other Marvel events, they charge you $1 more than you should be getting charged for these events. So this one costs $5. You only get 20 pages, and that's usually what you get for $4. There's not even any like good cover or anything, because I know they've done that in the past and still overcharged. They're really just stepping down the quality and steeping up the price every time they come out with a new event. But I think the big ideas behind this whole new event are awesome. We've got Uranus in play, and there's just a few really epic pages. Like, if the whole first issue had been like that whole Uranus scene, you guys know what I'm talking about if you read the first issue, then I think it would have been a really great first issue. We'll see, though. This is going to be 6 issues in total. We've already got some tie-ins coming out, but I'm not really grabbing any besides that Death to the Mutants one that's starting, I think, this month. So we'll see. That's Judgment Day number 2. There's still a lot to go with this event, and I'm really liking Valerio Schiti's art style. I will say that makes this worth picking up in and of itself, just because he has really great pencils here and great colors on this book also. Moving on with Marvel Comics this week, we've got another issue number 1. This one is just a one-shot though. This is Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever number 1. So this is also written by Benjamin Percy. The artwork on this one is by Juan Jose Rip. Is that how that's pronounced? R-Y-P. Awesome cover there also by Bjorn Barons, who I'm recognizing his artwork now all over. He's been doing a lot of stuff for Marvel. So as far as I know, this is pretty disconnected from the main Ghost Rider ongoing, which is also written by Benjamin Percy. Right now that series is like 5 issues in, and they're in the middle of this story arc where a bunch of Marvel heroes and villains, like the gritty characters, are racing down this highway on motorcycles, and Blackheart, the son of Mephisto, is at the end of the highway, and like he'll grant one of them a wish or something like that. So I'm really liking the Ghost Rider ongoing, especially that newest issue really ramped things up. But this is just a one-shot, like celebrating it's the 50th anniversary of Ghost Rider. So they're just like kind of making an excuse to put out a one-shot. I'm grabbing it just because it's also by Benjamin Percy, and he's been doing a good job on the main Ghost Rider ongoing. I've heard there's like stories about all the other versions of Ghost Rider. So we've got Danny Ketch back in here, who's been kind of dormant for a while, who's like not Johnny Blaze's brother, but has some sort of relation to him. We've got like Robbie Reyes in here, Ghost Rider 2099, and a bunch of others. So I'm actually looking forward to reading this. That's Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever number 1. If you guys already read this, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Alright guys, next up in this gargantuan comics haul, we're moving on with Marvel Comics here. The next one that I've got here is Amazing Spider-Man number 7. So Norman Osborn front and center on the cover there. I'm actually really liking John Romita's work on this title so far. He's done almost every issue, which is pretty impressive for someone who's, you could say, like a veteran of the comic industry, which obviously he's still fully involved because he's penciling Amazing Spider-Man full-time. But so far we've only had that one issue with guest art in it, which was number 900 last issue, regular numbering number 6, legacy numbering 900. To be honest, especially looking back on it, I did a review of that one also, but looking back on it, I didn't really think that was that great of an issue, especially for a milestone issue. Like, it was kind of fun. There were some fun dynamics where we had all the Sinister Six united to fight against this version of themselves. There was like all of the power sets of the Sinister Six combined, and then Spider-Man caught in the crosshairs, but then it was like kind of disregarding different Spider-Man storylines that have happened in the past. But overall, I'm really liking the writing. Zeb Wells bringing humor back into the series, which is what we really need, and some like vibrant colors, just overall really nice to look at and nice to read series. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they continue. Norman Osborn giving Spidey a new suit or something along those lines. We'll see. That's ASM number 7. Alright, I've got a couple more to show you guys from Marvel Comics this week. Next one here is another pretty great series that Marvel's putting out. This is Punisher number 5. So when they originally announced this, I think they said it's supposed to be 13 issues, somewhere around there, maybe 12 issues. And the way that they're formatting this is that they come out with 3 issues of the main series, and then the creative team takes a break for a month, and they do like a one-shot that is pretty pointless in the long run. That one-shot that they did, it was called Punisher War Journal Blitz. I actually thought was pretty good. Punisher has been basically, you could say blackmailed, or at least he's made a deal with the Hand, this criminal like ninja organization. Their whole mission right now is to take down the Apostles of War, who are being led by Ares, the god of war, and the Apostles are basically just this organization that deals different weaponry to other criminal organizations, so they're overall like kind of the masterminds behind the whole criminal underworld to a point where they really need to get taken down, especially in Punisher's eyes. So now he has the logo redesign, he's got the new suit, he's working more with like swords and stuff rather than guns. So yeah, Punisher number 5. Alright, man, this really is a big haul. We're just about halfway done here. I've got one more issue from Marvel to show you guys this week. This is Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor, issue number 3. I was about to say Mighty Valkyrie there. So Jane Foster is still the Valkyrie. That's why I was about to say that in this comic. She's not actually Thor like it looks like on the cover. I think overall this is just meant to be a little bit of like something that readers can read, or at least like a new Marvel comic to jump into if you've never read anything after seeing the new Thor movie. Overall, though, this series has been just okay in my opinion. I really like to follow the Jane Foster stuff, though. She's one of my favorite characters, and I've read pretty much all of the, Jason Aaron stint with her as Thor. These days, Jason Aaron isn't writing her at all anymore, not even co-writing like he used to, because he wrote a lot of that Valkyrie stuff with, like, Al Ewing and also Torrin Grönbeck, who's the new writer on this series alone. It's a little bit verbose sometimes, a little bit word-heavy, but the stakes are pretty high in the series right now. Thor has been imprisoned. We've got this new foe, as well as just a bunch of old, Thor villains in the background, like Enchantress coming out, Ulick the Troll. So, Jane Foster taking back Mjolnir, but not yet turning into Thor, because it might bring her cancer back, so we'll see. There's a lot going on, but that's Jane Foster in the Mighty Thor number 3. Alright, now that we finally got all those Marvel books out of the way, I've got 4 different Image comics to get through. 3 of them kind of go together, though, so we'll get through these really quickly here. The first one that I've got here is Starhenge, Book 1, The Dragon and the Boar, issue number 2. And that first issue, I also did a review of that one. It was really good. I thought the overall is really well executed. The writing is a little bit clunky because this is all done by Liam Sharp. Pencils, inks, colors, writing, everything is done by him. And he's got kind of a painted art style, although there's some different art styles shifting throughout. So this has got everything you could possibly ask for in a comic. It's got pretty much every genre mixed into everything all at once. It's all narrated by this girl from the present day, but she's talking about the past and future and how they link together. So basically there's this far future where the Earth has, like, we've run out of resources on Earth, so we've moved to the outer reaches of the galaxy where people are just like mining different planets for resources. These astronauts stumble across a planet with some dormant AI technology that ends up learning the secrets of humanity and trying to take them down. So it's this endless war between robots and humans in the far future, in the outer reaches of space. And then there's also an added element where the humans have figured out that the only way they can take down these robots at this point is if they reclaim or at least relearn magic, because magic hasn't been around for a long time. So now our main character, who goes by Merlin as well as a different name, they're getting into some like Arthurian legend like type history stuff here, is going to the past to try to figure out what magic was and bring it back to the future. Alright guys, to finish off this week's haul, I've got 3 issues that do all kind of go together from Image Comics, so I'll go through them fairly quickly. And I want to thank everyone who's watched all the way up to this point in the video. You guys have made it really far, and you're the real ones for sticking around this long. But here are the last 3 issues. This is one of the best-selling titles in the stands right now. So the first 2, I've got our second prints of the second and third issues of the series. This is 8 Billion Genies. So I actually grabbed the first issue. I don't think I ever showed it in a haul. On a road trip that I was on a few weeks ago, before that whole news about this comic being optioned came out. It has been optioned. I don't know by who. I haven't really looked into that too much. So people are going crazy over prices on 8 Billion Genies on eBay and stuff. I think this goes for around like $15 or $20. The first issue does, in the first print and everything. So prices aren't that crazy. But part of it is also just that this like idea behind the series and just the scope of it is really cool also. It's also well written and all that. So I decided to just pick up issues 2, 3, and 4. So that's the second print for number 2. This is the second print for number 3. And I just want to read these all at once because I've just heard such good things that I added it to my pull list and everything, and I want to finish off this series. It's supposed to be 8 issues in total. The significance of it being 8 issues is that it's kind of follows this format that follows the number 8. There's 8 billion genies, right? Each genie is for one person on Earth. Each person gets one wish, and that's what makes this story so crazy. But lastly here, we've also just got the first print, the regular printing for the 4th issue here that actually just came out this week. I pulled it off the stands here. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this series. I've heard such good things, I just decided to try it out and get the rest of the issues here. If you guys are reading 8 Billion Genies, let me know your thoughts on it down in the comment section below. But alright then, that's every single one of the brand new issues that I ended up picking up this new comic book day. I want to know what you guys got though. Let me know down in the comment section below. Are you looking forward to Predator this week? If so, make sure to look out for my non-spoiler review. It'll probably just be a quick like 2 or 3 minute video for that one. But I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you want to show a little bit more support to the channel, you can hit that subscribe button down below. If you're not already subscribed, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.